But regardless, here we go. Melty versus Tears underway as Tears shows 5 Bastions. So I regret to inform you that that will probably not be the strategy here, although, man, I would be down for 5, now 6 El Presidentes. For those who wonder on the in-story, by the way, why Bastion gets called El Presidente, it comes back to where C9, way back in the day, I think it was actually the original Onog tournament, they ran 2 Reinhardts with a Bastion, and it sort of gave the impression that they were protecting a VIP. And that's how Bastion became to be known as El Presidente. Either way, though, the defense of Melty is rolling out. Symmetra will not be in play. They're going to be going for more of a power play here on the defense. It's going to be Munel on the Reinhardt, Nico on the Reaper, Flippy on the 76, Bod on Mercy, D-Gun on the Pharah, and Cabal going to be on the Roadhog. So pretty standard, but no teleport in play. Offensively, we'll just have to wait until they switch to their real heroes, unless they really are planning the multiple Bastion attack. Alrighty, so here we go. 3 seconds until it's underway. Flippy right now playing football in the back. And yes, I said football. I am betraying my North American roots. You can't make me call it soccer. So Leaf did a lot of work here for the side of Tears in the first set against Race Me. We'll see if he can do it here against Melty, but Melty's going to be a much stiffer challenge. They are a veteran team, they are seasoned, and they know all the tricks that Leaf might be looking for here, but still, looks like he's going to be going for the flank. Very common to see Pharah's going for this here. Although, interestingly enough, is he going to be going it solo? Mercy just abandoned him. Pharah's like, wait a second, Mercy, where'd you go? So Leaf is going to just be hanging out there for a while. The rest of his team here on top of the point. Cabal, though, takes out Gim. Gim being perhaps a little bit over aggro. Leaf right now finally deciding to go in, not with a Mercy, and says, you know what, maybe I don't actually want to go in. It does feel like the offense of Tears is a little bit confused as what they want to do, because usually you want to be very swift with your Pharah in the back line. You send a Mercy with her, you go right back and you go in together, but Leaf was just standing back there while his team actually went in from the front, so a little bit confusing as to what the plan might have been there. And for Melty, they don't really have to do anything. They need the offense is the one that has to make the plays here. And here comes Leaf coming in off the back, but look at Flippy looking for this fair harassment. Bronx actually gets away from Leaf, and Leaf now has no support. He's almost come down in the back. Gim getting in on Flippy, but the Helix Rocket going to take him down. 4 quick kills here for the Melty side, and it was more of a semblance of a coordinated attack coming out there from Tears, but it still wasn't quite what they needed.
I need healing.
Alrighty, so the defense fully set up here. Ult-wise, they are also looking pretty good as well. Runel does have Reinhardt ult at the ready. D-Gun with Barrage. Bot, of course, has Mercy res, but if you're a Mercy and you've been alive for more than 10 seconds, you probably have res. It just charges up really, really quickly. Offense moving right in through the front, but here comes D-Gun over the top with the Barrage. Big part of why Vinico just died there. Nico gets in the backline, takes out Scar. 2 down here for the offense. And we have Reaper actually going for the flank. It's absolutely nothing done, though. Flippy able to shut him down immediately. You don't usually see a Reaper try and go in from the backside, though. With Reaper teleport, it is a thing. It is something you can do. Unfortunately for him, though, Flippy was ready and waiting for the punish. All right, so defense Melty again, looking strong. They haven't really lost anybody. They've gotten picked off maybe 1 or 2 times over the course of this game, but if there were a score screen right now, it would be entirely in favor of Melty. However, big growth shot coming down from Vinico. Vinico able to knock down 3. This might be the opportunity that Tears needs. Tears is moving in. They have 2 kills. They're looking for a little bit more. Gim ends up backing out, and look at this. He's going to go right to the back line. Can he get on the Mercy? No, he goes for the Roadhog instead. Grouts on Surge coming out. Big group punch treatment here coming in for Melty. They are sucked in. 4 people were in that, and yet the follow-up is not quite there for the side of Tears, and Melty might be able to fight their way through this yet. Flippy now returning to the fight. Gim comes out the Death Blossom, but just a little bit late. It goes against Reinhardt, gets only 1 kill off it. And meanwhile, Flippy in the back, able to just regulate, shoots the Leaf out of the sky with the aid of Pharah. And Melty, even though they did give up a lot of ground here, they are going to be able to hang on, and that payload will start moving itself back in just a moment.
My ultimate is charging.
My ultimate is ready.
So not the worst look here coming out from the side of Melty. Melty only needs to hold on for 25 seconds, and they will have a full hold here on Dorado. We see teams do that a lot here on this first point. We're going to see them do it even more on this patch just because you have 1 minute less for the first point on a map that was already hard to get first point. As D-Gun goes to the back, looks for the Mercy pickoff, not able to get it. Justice reigns for nothing. Meanwhile, the Moonell does land a good charge, takes out the Zarya. 3 quick kills here from Melty, including Brunks. Brunks is down. There will be no offensive res. And Melty, even with a few misplays there towards the end, they're going to be able to hold this in. Their overtime will not be in play. Good full hold coming out here from the side of Melty. And by the way, with the new distance system here on payload maps, they don't even need to get to first checkpoint. They just need to move the payload a little bit further than the side of Tears did. So not a long distance here for Melty. They just have to beat that 81-meter distance, and that will be that. For those who are wondering how that is marked out, this little yellow square right here, they get the payload here. That's it. They've done it. They don't even have to open the gate at the end. I really do like the distance system. It's a great addition to the game. It makes partial completion so much simpler than what tournaments were running in the past. However, the teams will be switching off on offense and defense here. Will be the red team on the defense first, blue team on the attack. And take a look here at this defense as it rolls out here from the side of Tears. Is going to be Skarsgård on the Roadhog, Gim on the Reaper, Leaf going to his tried and true on Pharah, Vinico on Reinhardt, Brunks on Mercy, and Tonkars on the Lucio. And defending this right here, just to that point, not even the full end, this is going to be pretty difficult here for the side of Tears. It's not impossible, but given how they played in the last round, I feel like all the advantage here has to be going to Melty. So taking a look here at the offense for Melty as it sets up. It's going to be Cabal here on the Lucio, Bod on Mercy, Nico on Roadhog, Flippy on the Zarya, D-Gun on the Hanzo, and Moonell on Reinhardt. And D-Gun, if he does stand the Hanzo, which is not guaranteed, and sadly he is going the Pharah. I was going to say, we have seen teams run Hanzo before on Dorado and it has been pretty effective. It's feast or famine. You don't always get the results you want, but when you do get the results, it is explosive. You get 1 to 2 kills outright and your team will effectively win. Unfortunately, for every time that they do that, there's also times where you just look like a fool shooting your arrows off for nothing. So Hanzo doesn't always work out and he will not be used here to start this up. But for Melty, they don't have a very long distance to go here. They just need to leisurely push the card up, get a little bit of a fight here in the courtyard, and that'll be it. They'll be able to take map 1 right away from Tears. So we're going to keep an eye on D-Gun here. Pharah, definitely one of the more dynamic characters in the game for setting things up here on Dorado. Landing good rockets here, building up her ultimate. Already at 45%, in fact. Reinhardt shield going to get broken down by the rocket. Roadhog combination. Look at Nico right now. Nico going in, able to take out Skarsgård with the aid of Moonell. And now 65. This is a pretty good look here coming out from Melty. Nothing flashy, but they've already got 1 kill. If they can get 1 or 2 more, they'll be able to take this with ease. D-Gun right now going to the top, landing rocket after rocket. Reinhardt charging effectively for nothing, ends up dying, and that is a big misplay for Vinico. If you charge out as a Reinhardt and die, it just ruins the rest of your defense. They're not going to have shields to protect them. And now you look at Melty. Melty is just able to swarm into this defensive position here from Tears. And the payload has almost made it to the yellow square of doom. Gim goes in the back line. The last gas coming out, but the sound bear is out here for Melty. Oh, the kill feed going entirely in their favor. Justice reigns from above. And Melty making it look easy, taking this map away from Tears.
Play of the match.
And honestly, what you see there is just the experience gap between Melty and Tears. Tears not looking too badly in their first round matchup in the round of 128, but Melty comes in and just brings another level of play here in Dorado. Now you never know, maybe Tears does have some sort of special map that they want to go to, a map that they feel a little bit better on. Certainly Nepal is in the map pool, and we've seen teams try and bring stronger teams to King of the Hill to sort of take advantage of the variance there. But another new feature of this patch is that you can set King of the Hill maps to 3 out of 5, even in custom games. So I don't think King of the Hill is quite the map you want all the time now in order to punish a team for, or just go for variance picks, because winning 3 out of 5, much harder than winning 2 out of 3, especially if you think the other team has a skill advantage. Well, either way, we will know the map choice here in just a moment. This is the ESL Overwatch Atlantic Showdown. Teams taking the first step right now on their way to getting a piece of a 100K prize pool to be determined at Gamescom. Good times for Overwatch. And it does look like, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to Kings Row. I know it's hard to believe, but believe it or not, teams in Overwatch really like playing Kings Row. For those who are new, by the way, to Overwatch, and why I'm snarking on this a little bit, it's very common when doing map drafts and all the rest to see Kings Row effectively every map in a series. It's actually crazy how much teams play on Kings Row. And there's multiple reasons for that. I mean, what it comes down to is that you have limited scrim time. You're not going to be able to scrim all the maps. So why not make sure you're good on at least a map that is played all the time? And Kings Row and Hollywood fit that bill. That's why teams are good at it. That's why they are comfortable going to it. And Tears going to put their tournament hopes and dreams on to Kings Row. But Melty's up 1-0. If Melty's able to win this, they will move on to the round of 32 and keep the momentum going. And of course, for those who are just tuning in as well, we also have other coverage going on here today. We are just one of the alternate streams. A main stream is going on ESL Overwatch. Both streams will be going today up till the round of 16. We'll cover the round of 16, and then round of 8 will be tomorrow, where we'll get even more Overwatch action on the way, and we'll know what teams will be getting through this first qualifying round. So, yet again, it will be Melty here on the defense first, taking a look at this Melty squad as they run out. It's going to be Bod on the Mercy, Nico on the Reaper, Flippy on 76, Munel on Reinhardt, D-Gun on Pharah, and Cabal going to round things out on the Roadhog. So, I gotta say, for someone that's watched Melty as a team for a long time, this is so sad. There was a point where Melty used to run Symmetra, even when no other teams ran it. And it sort of shows where the meta is here, where we've gotten to a point where even Melty is not running Symmetra on a map like Kings Row. Sad times, man. Sad times.
System check initiated.
I'll note the offense is running here in just a moment. I highly doubt it's going to be a Torbjorn Symmetra offense. That would just be highly impressive. So we'll give them a moment and see just exactly what they want to go for.
I will protect the innocent.
Alrighty, so we do see what they're coming out for. In fact, it will be Leaf here on the Pharah, Gib on the Genji, Vinico on Winston, Tonkaz on the Lucio, Brunks on Mercy, and Skarsgård going to be rounding things out here on the Zarya. So pretty standard team comp coming out, double projectile offense between Leaf and Gim. We have seen teams come out with this to mixed success. A lot of times, though, teams have been running a 76 or McCree in favor of, say, the Genji. As Flippy getting first kill of the game in a hurry, lands some big poke and a Helix rocket on the Tonkars, D-Gun falling through, takes out Gim, and that's 2 quick kills here for the defense of Melty, and they're going to make Tears reset in a hurry.
Good choice.
Offense right now, not wasting any time. They're getting right back into it. The respawns are back in. Flippy very content to just sit back here and poke on 76. He is a great 76. We see him do all sorts of work. One of the better hit scan players in the game, but Leaf and Vinico able to thread the needle. They get in, get 2 quick kills, and now it's Melty that's on the ropes as Mercy now under duress here from Leaf. Leaf will take out Bod with the aid of Tonkars. Munel on the point is Reinhardt, able to get 2 kills to Reinhardt, but the res coming out here from the offense of Tears, and they are giving it to Melty. I did not expect this going in. Melty does a really good defense, but Tears clearly catching them off guard, and now halfway to a completion here in point A. Well played by Tears to get the payload moving, assuming they do get moving. There's still a small chance that Melty can delay this. They're going to try. For Melty, though, this might be a bit of hubris. It could be throwing good money after bad. They do get the resurrection coming in, and here comes D-Gun right now, coming in over the top. Will have Barrage at the ready. Justice reigns from above, gets the double kill. Will he get the triple? Tonkaz in trouble. Nico able to clear it up, so Mercy coming in the end. It does work out here for Melty. They will not give up point A, but man, that was way closer than they probably would have liked. Unfortunately, for the side of Tears, they were not really able to punish that res as it came up. And by the way, look at Leaf. Leaf thought they already had that. Leaf was off the point. He's all the way back here by the bookstore. Leaf coming in right now, looking for the Mercy in the back. Does not blow the barrage. Will blows the barrage in the building, but ends up being a Sudoku packed on the Flippy. They both go down. Reza will be coming out here from the side of Bronx. And here comes Skarsgård. Will he drop the ground taunt surge? He does have an opportunity. Soundbearer is out, but a big Earth Shatter coming in from Munel. Munel trying to give the defense a little bit of life here. 2 kills here for the defense. Bot though goes down, so no defensive reses are left. They're gonna have to win this. Normally, they will not rely on extra lives, and who needs it as Nico picks up the double kill. D-Gun coming in from the back. Melty going to hang on here. Minute 25 left here in the map if they can hold on point A, and it's been a little bit rough for Melty, but they've been able to hold on despite some pretty rough times.
Don't worry, my friends. I have your team. Good choice. Hey.
D-Gun able to take out Tonkars here early on in this fight. That's one quick pick here for the defense. 65 in their favor. And normally you'd see defense sometimes be a little bit more aggro, but Melty isn't even doing that. Melty is very content to just sit back here, wait for their opportunity. Soundbearer though comes out, and now they're going to be aggressive on that. Oh no, Bronx eats one rocket, will he eat the other. He is shifting away, is able to get away from D-Gun for now. Here comes the Justice, takes out Bronx with authority. D-Gun not playing around here with this Mercy, does not want a Resurrection to come in. Flippy back in the fight, able to gun down Vinico. I gotta say, Melty's looking good. For Melty here, they only have to hold for one more push. For the offense of Tears, it's not looking great. They need to get through the point on the next push. They arguably should have done it earlier here in this map. They sort of let Melty off the hook, but if they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it off the Graviton of Zarya here. So let's take a look at Skarsgård. Skarsgård will be looking for this Graviton. Gonna have to blow up pretty early in this fight too. He's not charged up, but he doesn't have the luxury of just waiting, as Nico right now going for the Death Blossom, gets absolutely nothing on it until the very end, takes out Vinico, ends up with the double kill, Flippy over the back. The Graviton never comes out here for the side of Tears, and they're not gonna get a second chance. Moonell knocking all of them to the ground after the res. The cleanup is going to be real, and Melty will be holding here on point A. So strong showing here for Melty, and now all they have to do to win per the comp rule set is simply capture point A themselves, and that is going to be it. They will eliminate Tears, and they will move on to the round of 32.
0-0. Switching sides.
For the record, Chaz asked if I'm joking on Sudoku. Yes, I am joking. It's just been an evolving meme over time. Although now I'm worried about saying, because people are going to be like, don't you mean seppuku? It's like, oh my goodness. It's just a thing where it got to a point where instead of seppuku, it's just like honorable Sudoku. Either way, though, we will see the offense from Melty coming out here in just a moment. Take a look here at the defense, though, coming out from the side of Tears. It is going to be Gim on the 76, Bronx on Mercy, Vinico on the Reinhardt, Skarsgård on Reaper, Leaf on Pharah, and Tonkars on Lucio.
Feeling spry.
So again, fans of Junkrat, the Trash Mouse himself, feel sad he is not represented. There's also no Symmetra. It's interesting to see how Kings Road defense changes, because there was a point not too long ago where we used to see Symmetra and Junkrat all the time, all day, every day, but no longer the case. Alrighty, so taking a look here at the offense as it sets up here for Melty. It's going to be Moonell here on the Reinhardt, Flippy potentially on the Hanzo. We'll see if he stays on it. It is a real option. It's not necessarily trolling. Bod going to be on the Mercy, Cabal on the 76, Nico on Roadhog, and D-Gun going to be on the Pharah. And I hope Flippy goes in the Hanzo. We've seen Hanzo have some great openings here in Kings Row. Please do it. I'm always suspicious though, because he's still in the hero select part of this. He could change up in any given moment, but you know what? He's coming out here on Hanzo. The Hanzo dream is real. And Flippy, show us what you got here on the Wolf Hanzo. I love the polisher too. It's not see through the dragon's eyes, see through the wolf's eyes. He is wearing a wolf hat. Looking for the pickoff, looking for 76 or Mercy. He'd be happy to get either right now. And for Hanzo, it's part skill, part luck when shooting there. You have to hope things go in your favor, but you can make educated guesses as you shoot these arrows and look for the right opportunity. Both teams still full strength. Melty right now just jockeying for position. They have 323. If they capture for this first point, they will win the map outright. As Flippy right now looking for the all-important first pick. Not able to land too much here as lands a few pokes, but nothing more. Not getting the headshot he's looking for. Simple geometry on the way. Does not get onto Mercy. So Flippy having a little bit of a rough time here. Meanwhile, though, taking a look here at D-Gun. D-Gun, big Pharah power here for Melty, looking for a pickoff. Gim and Tonkars, though, able to get in. They take out both Nico and Bod. There will be no res here for the Melty side. And Melty might just want to back out as this offense not going their favor. And all of it just comes down to the fact that Hanzo was not able to get pickoffs. If Hanzo got pickoff, it would have been brilliant. Not getting pickoff, it's bad. But Flippy able to hold his own now in the building. I guess for now he says, okay, I'm committed. I'm staying in here. Able to take out Leaf and Reaper. And now the respawns aren't going to be in time here. Might have a Dragon Strike on the way here in just a moment. No simple geometry doing a little bit of work, but he is going to get charged right to the back. Let's take a look at D-Gun. D-Gun about to rain down justice. Almost has that ultimate on the way. Barrage could be coming out in just a moment. Rez comes out here for the offense, and this is looking really good for Melty. Unless the defense is able to reestablish soon, they're going to lose this point, and here comes the justice. Takes out Farah right away. Just getting rid of the problem, and GG's coming out. It's going to be Melty moving on to the round of 32. So let's take a look here at the bracket real quick. I do wonder if we have our next team on the way. It did take a little bit to get the start, so it's entirely possible that we can go right into the round of 32 without taking a huge break. I know that Twitch chat abhors downtime. More so than anything else. You have downtime, Twitch has this like, look, overtalk, resident sleeper, etc., which is probably 10 times worse since I'm solo casting today. Or maybe it's 10 times better, you know, you never know. Maybe I am just that entertaining, but truthfully, I don't give myself that much credit. So that was a round of 64. Melty able to take it over Tears. Tears, though they did fight valiantly against Erase Me, they were not able to bring it together against the side of Melty. And no shame in that. Melty, of course, one of the longest competing teams in Overwatch history. They do have a bit of a pedigree. And we'll see what they do here in the round of 32 coming up, as I am trying to load the bracket. The bracket does not want to load for me, which makes things a little complicated to say the least. It's just like, bracket, please load. I would like to know what the next match is. It always happens in these tournaments, so regardless of who's hosting it, you just have situations where the bracket just gets hammered. So, let's see here. Waiting for the bracket. Bracket, please. Don't do this to me right now. I need to know what comes next. Well, I'm going to be hitting alternate sources here, trying to figure out what's going on. But for those who are just tuning in, thank you for tuning in. This is the Overwatch Atlantic Showdown brought to you by ESL. $100,000 will be at stake here over the month of July and into August as we get into Gamescom, where the final showdown will be on LAN. NA versus EU will be rounding it out, but we are in the qualifier stage right now. EU qualifiers here today, NA qualifiers later in the week. So much good Overwatch action is going to be heading your way. Assuming I can ever load a bracket, which at this point is